becoming more valuable, possessing the skills and the ability and the knowledge to go out there and deploy them in our marketplace to where we will consistently always get the result, because nobody can take that knowledge away from us, and we're going to begin by becoming more valuable in the area of marketing. It's said that real estate's easy. It's finding the buyers and sellers that's hard. I agree. I think that most every one of you are good when you get in front of people. Your biggest problem is you're not getting in front of enough people. Why are you not getting in front of enough people? Because your marketing isn't working, right? So I want you to ask yourself this question to yourself. Just ask it to yourself right now. Why should your prospects use you over your competitors? Think about it. I mean, I know for me, I've been in almost every major market across the country. Real estate agents are a dime a dozen. I mean, everybody and their mom has a real estate license. I think we would all agree it's not very difficult to go get a real estate license, right? So why should your prospects choose you over everybody else? I've asked this question many times, and I always hear the same answer. Well, Hans, they should use me because I have my GRI, my CRS, my ADR, everything I touch turns to sold. I'm a household name. I'm a marketing expert. I've been in business for 35 years. I'm with this company, and we're number one. It's me, 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 me. Now, I'm not taking anything away from these designations. I'm just saying don't put these designations behind your name and expect your phone to ring because of it. People don't care about that. Now, if you want to get those designations and obtain them because you want the knowledge that having them, possessing them creates, then fine, do that, but do it for the right reasons. But because people don't care about us. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. The marketplace cares about themselves, their time, and their money. So what is it? Write this down, WIFM. What's in it for me? What is it that you currently do to show people what you do to save them time, what you do to save them money? That you go back and you remember the question I asked you on, are you happy with where you are in your business today? A lot of you said no, Hoss. That's why I'm here. I'm here to learn. I'm here because I want a different result. I bet the majority of you have had a tough time answering that question. Why should people use you over your competitor? I know I did whenever I was broke in this business. And whenever I understood it and I changed it, that's when everything changed for me. So the question is what is it that you do to save people time, and what is it that you do to save them money? Understand this. There's two different types of markets. You have the Met database. Now, these are people that like you, love you, trust you, people that already know who you are, right? This is your sphere of influence. Some of you are more comfortable going after your Met database. Some of you are more comfortable going after your haven't met database, people who don't know who you are. Your FSBOs, your expires, your short sales, your probates, people who don't have the foggiest idea, your farm area. You may do a monthly mailer. Those are people who don't know who you are. And I'm going to show you how to get people who don't know who you are to respond to your marketing in a way that's going to enable you to turn them into a Met. Because the more leads and business you generate from the haven't met, the more your Met database grows at the same time. So what you want to do to get, not only separate yourself from your competition, but get the haven't met to respond to your marketing and really become memorable in the eyes of your Mets, is offer a group of tangible programs and systems that separate you from your competitors. So what is it that you do different than everybody else? Well, offer a performance guarantee. Guarantee your performance. Have a risk-free offer. Offer a communication guarantee. Offer a smart seller program. And I'm going to dive into each of these. I just want you to write them down. Offer an aggressive marketing plan. What is it that you do to market a property that your competitor does not? These are very important questions. I'm going to show you how to break each of these down, and it's going to make a big difference on people telling you yes, but separating yourself from your competitor in this process. And then lastly is a certified pre-owned program. So take a look at these two postcards. Now, the postcard on the left says, thinking of buying or selling a home, we can help. Somebody said, can I slow down? I can't slow down because I have a lot to cover here, and we're just getting started. So write fast if you can keep up here. And just know that I will open it up for a Q&A at the end. Thinking of buying or selling a home, we can help. Postcard on the right, and this is a postcard that I actually sent to my farm and to all the expireds in my market, and I started sending this 6 months into my business. And it says, I'll sell your home in 29 days or I'll sell it for free, 100% guaranteed. This is an example of a performance guarantee. When you're going after people who don't know who you are, you want to separate yourself from your competitor. And know that the most important test you'll give your marketing is when you look at it, look at your marketing piece. You want the response to be who, what, where, why, when, me. Who, what, where, why, when, me. When they look at your marketing piece, that's the response that you want to trigger. If you look at your marketing pieces and it doesn't trigger that response, don't mail it and save your money because it's not going to get you the result that you're looking for. And by having a performance guarantee, this drastically separates yourself from your competitors because here's why. When I mail a postcard, I want a phone call right now. I don't want a phone call in 6 months. I don't want a phone call in a year. I want my phone to ring right now. And most of you are like that. You don't have the money to invest 6 months into a direct mail campaign. So if you spend the money, you need to make the money right away. And by offering a performance guarantee, that is going to do that. And also offering an easy exit listing. Here's the thing with easy exit listings. It's using risk reversal. You want to make it risk-free for your prospects to use you because it overcomes the I don't want to be locked into a contract objection that we hear so frequently. And it overcomes that hurdle. A lot of people, the last thing they want to do is be locked into an agreement. What if you don't deliver on what you say you're going to deliver on? What if you don't do what you say you're going to do? Make it risk-free for your prospects to use you. The next thing you want to offer is a communication guarantee because the biggest complaint about real estate agents is lack of communication, by far. And a communication guarantee will solve this problem. Tell them, I'm going to call you every Thursday. We're going to talk about the good and the bad and the ugly, and I don't care if I have nothing to say to you. You're still going to hear my voice every single Thursday. If there's one Thursday, Mr. Seller, that I don't call you, you can fire me on the spot. That's the goal, is overcoming their objections, giving them what they want. At the same time, we're separating ourselves from our competitors by offering tangible programs and systems. It's not me that sells. I'm not the reason that I sell 5 times as many homes as the average agent, right? My Smart Seller program is the reason that I sell homes twice as fast as the average agent. Mr. Seller, my Smart Seller program will allow you to sell the property yourself while it's listed with me, and if you do, then you don't pay a commission. And Mr. Seller, my Smart Seller program comes with a menu of commission rates. You see what I'm doing here? We're selling our marketing arsenal because we can't sell ourselves. It's more like a third-party endorsement, right? You want to sell your marketing arsenal because this is what's going to separate you from everybody else. Question: what do you do different to market this property than your competitors? What is it that you're going to do different? If a seller says, look, I'm interviewing 3 other agents, Steve Schmidt over here said he's going to do this, 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 what is it that you're going to do? Think about it. Are you going to go, well, we do Trulia, we're going to do that, then we're going to put the MLS, we're going to do a broker tour, we're going to do open house, right? You're going to go through the list. That's a fatal mistake to separating yourself from your competitors. It's called TMI, too much information. You don't have to give them all that. You want to have a specific plan. For example, well, the reason that I sell twice as many homes as the average agent, Mr. Seller, is because we have an 89-point marketing plan that is designed to get properties just like yours in Willow Bend subdivision sold the fastest, most amount of money. The 89-point marketing plan is the reason that we sell homes twice as fast as the average agent. See how different that sounds? It sounds like you have a plan. This is so important in separating yourself from your competitor. They got to know you have a plan because a seller wants to hire an agent with a plan, not somebody that just rambles on and on and on about what they do to market the property. Notice I didn't tell you what I did to market the property. I told you I had a plan. That's all you need. They don't need to know all the specific details within the plan. Think about this. Which sounds better? I've been in business for 30 years, or I've been to 5,767 successful closings. Think about that. Which sounds better? 5,767 successful closings sounds way better, doesn't it? Because it's specific. So in your marketing, everything you do has to be specific. So write this down for your notes. Offer your prospects tangible programs and systems that separate you from everybody else. Programs, systems. This is what is going to get not only set the appointment, help you set the appointment, but convert the appointment when you're at the appointment. Right? Conversion's key, and I'm going to talk about conversion, but it's hard to convert if you don't have this marketing arsenal in place. It is paramount to your success that you have a marketing arsenal that separates you from everybody else. This real estate market is so ultra competitive right now, it's not even an option. You have to have some programs to separate you from everybody else. Let's talk about systems, because systems are the third pillar of success. And I believe that this is what's holding a lot of you back. And when I say you, I'm just saying agents in general. So write this down. The definition of a system is a systematic approach targeting a specific target market with a predetermined result. A systematic approach targeting a specific target market with a predetermined result. Here's why systems are everything, because most agents don't have them. Most agents fly by the seat of their pants, so the jack of all trades, the master of none. They throw spaghetti at the wall to see what sticks. They let their cell phones, their emails control their day every day. There's no method to the madness. They're not prospecting and lead generating on a consistent basis. They don't even realize they're unemployed every 90 days. They're on the income roller coaster because they're running this thing more like a hobby, not a business. And it's important that we fix that these are your competitors. Some of you have this problem. You want systems because systems force you to be persistent, and automated systems force you to be repetitious. Your goal is to get to mastery. Not mastery at everything, but get to mastery at what you do. My mentor shared with me, he said, Haas, you will not get to mastery by doing 5,000 things one time. You're going to get there by doing one thing 5,000 times. That's the skill that's going to pay you the rest of your life, Haas. Focus on mastery. Focus on repetition. Focus on doing it and doing it and doing it and doing it. And it's impossible to do that if you don't have systems in place. So think about this. Now you're here, you want to know how to take listings. You want to know how to put signs in the ground. Write these down, because these are by far, bar none, the fastest ways to put signs in the ground to take listings. FSBOs, expireds, short sales, and probate. And I would add also obviously your sphere of influence as well, but this is specifically what we're going to talk about, your haven't met. So obviously, yes, your sphere of influence is a great way great target market to go get listings. However, when it comes to people who don't know who you are, FSBOs, expireds, short sales, probates definitely are the fastest ways to put signs in the ground. All right, I want you to write this down, because I'm going to give you two tools here. We're going to build some systems here, and I want you to go with me on this journey where we're going to, number one, start with the tools that we need. I'm going to give you the automated follow-up campaigns in the systems, and you're going to want to write fast when you see it, because it's not going to be on the screen very long. And I want you to see how this is going to work, and how you can see once we've filled the funnel with leads, how you will convert and have a pipeline. Right? This is what a lot of you guys are missing, and it's going to be an eye-opening experience for many of you. So there's two tools that you need. Number one is you need a CRM. Without question, hands down, CRM is a must. You cannot be a 5%er without having a contact database software managing your contacts. I've never met a top agent that was running their business on yellow notepads or in their Google Docs. They all have a CRM that is geared towards real estate. Second is lead providers. You got to have the leads. FSBOs are coming out of the woodwork right now. In a lot of your markets, you have so many FSBOs. Not only FSBOs, but the expireds as well. And you want to have a lead provider that's sending those leads to you, because you don't want to be driving around looking for them. So write this down. I'm going to hook you up. I'm going to give you a couple specials here for joining us on today's training. So Top Producer is the country's #1 contact database management software. It's the one that my top clients use. It's the one that I've used in my business. I arranged some special pricing for you guys, and you're not going to see this again, so write it down. And they're going to give you a month free of this. If you don't have a CRM, I want you to try this. If you call this phone number, and if you already do, write it down. You can still save it for a rainy day. Call 888-272-4152 and use special code 4752. Tell them that you're on one of my trainings, and 4752 is the secret code to get the special pricing on Top Producer. Again, that number is 888-272-4152. Use special code 4752. RedX is the #1 lead provider in the country for sending you all the FSBOs. They'll give you all their phone numbers. They'll give you the addresses. They'll see if they've relisted for the expireds. They'll give you all the contact information. They'll give you all the short sale leads. They're going to waive the $149 setup fee for you to try out their service. If you go to showmetheleads.com, it's showmetheleads.com, they're going to waive the $149 setup fee. So again, write it down. If you already use some sort of CRM or you already use another lead provider, that's fine. You may want to try this out at some point down the road, so try it out. Those are your special offers. Now, because I want to talk about how to go after FSBOs, because this is a huge source. I talked to a guy today who listed 5 FSBOs in the last 30, he just started this in 30 days, and this week alone he listed 5 FSBOs following this exact system. And this is one of many success stories. So here's why this is going to work. Number one, low inventory market. When there's low inventory market, there's not a lot of listings out there. All the listings are selling. There's a lot more confidence in the marketplace. When there's confidence in the marketplace, you have people who think that they don't need you as the real estate agent. They can do it themselves, also known as FSBOs. So FSBOs are trying to market the property. I'm going to show you how to go after them successfully and convert them into appointments, but you first must understand this statistic. 85% of FSBOs end up listing with a real estate agent. This is a fact. 85% of FSBOs will end up listing with a real estate agent. Your goal and your mindset of going into this has to be, you must genuinely want that FSBO to successfully sell the property on their own. You want that for them. You're going to be an advocate. You're going to be a resource. You're here to help them. You're here to give them free reports, free tools, everything you can. You're just here to help them. And all you ask is, if they don't, you want an opportunity to apply for the job and earn their business. That's it. You're going to stay in contact with them. We're going to build a 60-day follow-up campaign, which you can look at the screen right now and see. The 60-day follow-up campaign where we are going to stay in contact with them for 60 days. I'm going to mail them. I'm going to call them. I'm going to ask them questions to find out who's worth my time and money to prospect. And I'm going to stay in touch with them for 60 days, because a system is a systematic approach, which you are looking at, targeting a specific target market, in this case FSBOs, the predetermined result, which when you have a pipeline, you can understand that we're unemployed every 90 days as real estate agents. So when you have a pipeline, it gives us that funnel of business for the future. And this is what a lot of you are missing, is this pipeline. You're missing this funnel. You're missing this follow-up sequence. Take a look at day 3, mail 90 things report. This is something in the Listing Boss that Listing Boss members have access to. It's called the 90 things you can't afford to neglect when selling your home. FSBOs are on that like white on rice. They love it. It's just a free report. Here you go. We're here to help you if you need us, but I think that this information will be very useful to you, type of a thing. Day 11, I'm mailing a guarantee letter. What do you think that guarantee letter is? Well, it's talking about my performance guarantee, how I will sell their property guaranteed, or they can fire me, or whatever the guarantee that we choose to use is. But you want to make sure you're communicating your marketing arsenal during this follow-up sequence. Not talking about you and all your achievements and designations and all this. We're not talking about that. We're talking about things that matter to them. We're showing them what we can do to save them time and money. In day 20, I'm mailing them a letter about my 89-point marketing plan, and how if they do decide to explore their options, I have a plan that works magic in getting properties in their area sold the fastest, most amount of money. Day 31, the Easy Exit letter. I'm talking about my Easy Exit listing letter. Day 43, I'm mailing a letter about my Smart Seller program. Now, Mr. Seller, I know that you're trying to sell a property on their own. I want to introduce you to my Smart Seller program. It allows you to continue selling the property on your own, and you can list it with me, and if you successfully sell the property on your own while it's listed with me, you don't pay me a commission. The only time you would pay my commission is if I successfully sell the property on my own. So understand the importance of this. For 60 days, I'm communicating my marketing arsenal. I want you to take a look at day 3. That's when your competitors fall off. And it takes 8 contacts minimum to convert a FSBO. So a lot of you are like, well, I've gone after FSBOs, Haas, and I've never done it successfully. I'm telling you the reason you didn't is because you didn't stay in contact with them long enough. It takes a minimum of 8 contacts to convert the FSBOs. I listed 25 FSBOs my first month of following that exact system. 25 in 30 days following that exact system. Because most of your competitors are calling them saying, hey, you're not going to successfully sell it on your own. You know, why are you trying to do this on your own? You're opening yourself up for lawsuits, right? They're just nagging them out, taking it in a totally wrong approach. Now, there's 3 questions that you want to ask every FSBO at first contact. Number 1, Mr. FSBO, if I brought you a qualified buyer, would you be willing to pay a 3% co-op? If they're willing to pay a 3% co-op, I move on to the next question. If they're not, I delete them out of my system. Question 2, how long are you going to try to sell this property on your own, Mr. FSBO, before you decide to explore other options? You know what, Haas, I'm going to try to sell this property on my own for 30 days. If I don't, then I may explore other options at that point. But I need to get this property sold. I need to save the commission, and I'm going to try it on my own for 30 days. Whatever time frame they give you, cut it in half, and that's when they're going to list the property. So if they say I'm going to explore their options in 60 days, they're going to list the property in 30 days. If they say they're going to try to sell the property on their own for 90 days, they're going to list the property in a month and a half. Just like clockwork, it happens almost every time. And when you listen to my live calls at freelivecalls.com, you're going to hear me ask every single FSBO, every one of them, the same questions. Every FSBO gets asked these 3 questions because I want to know who's worth my time and money to prospect, and I want to know who's going to waste my time. These 3 questions will eliminate the tire kickers and the people that are an absolute waste of my time and money to go after. Lastly, so let's say, Mr. FSBO, in that 60 days, you do decide to explore other options. Do you have a close friend or family member that you would feel obligated to work with, or will you be up for interviewing some aggressive agents? Well, you know, Haas, my mom's a real estate agent, so I'll probably work with her, right? It's a good thing we asked. It's going to save us time and money in going after them. All right, so you want to know, number 1, are they willing to pay a co-op? And I say 3% because that's what, you know, I charge for the buyers. Buyer's commission. It's, you know, you can change that. It's not, doesn't have to be just 3%. It's whatever you charge. Number 2 is how long are you going to try to sell this property on your own before you decide to explore other options? I want to know what their time frame is. I want to know realistically what their time frame is, so I know whatever time frame they give me, I'm going to cut it in half, and that's called reality. Right? Reality sets in. They see, you know what, maybe this isn't as easy as I thought it was. It's what happens. No matter what they tell you at the beginning and how optimistic they are, it doesn't matter. Reality will set in, and when they wave that white flag of surrender, I'm going to be the only agent that's in contact with them and the only agent that's been in touch with them and the one that's been the most persistent in our follow-up and communication. And then lastly, in that time frame, if you do decide to explore other options, do you have a close friend or family member that you would feel obligated to work with? It is crucial that you ask those 3 questions. So moving along, let's talk about expireds because they are everywhere and they always will be. Now, this is an entirely different target market than FSBOs. FSBOs is all about, you know, it's about building the relationship. It's about letting them try it on their own and you staying in contact with them, and you're there to support them and help them, and you know you're just, you know, you're the agent that's going to be the one they think of when they list. Expireds, much more aggressive because these folks have already committed to an agent. You know, this is a much more aggressive approach. So my goal is to get the expired in dialogue on the phone. If you get the expired in dialogue on the phone, and you know how to find their pain, you can convert literally every appointment you want. Every expired you want to convert, you can. Whenever I was on the road, I used to sit there on stage, and there'd be hundreds of people in the room, and I'd have somebody on stage calling expired listings in their area. And this was just totally unscripted. It would just be some random expired. They'd be like, all right, Haas, I got somebody on the phone. And I'd go up there, and I'd grab the phone, and I'd put them on. I mean, everybody could hear what I was saying to them. And I would convert the expired listing every time in front of everybody on stage. The reason I was able to do that, and that's the second part, if I wanted it, because obviously you don't want every listing, right? So if you wanted it, I would convert it and I'd give it to somebody in the audience. And the reason is because I know how to find the prospect's pain, and every seller and every expired specifically has a pain. And my goal is to find their pain through asking questions And when I identify what their pain is, whether it be the last agent didn't do anything to market the property, the last agent locked them into a contract and wouldn't let them out, whether it be they have to get a certain amount out of the property, they're upside down, whatever the pain is, I can overcome it because I have a marketing arsenal that solves their problem. My marketing arsenal is, think of it as the prescription for their pain. And that is what solves their problem. I don't solve their problem. My marketing arsenal is what solves their problem. So my goal is to simply get the expired on the phone. That's all I want. I want to have a conversation with them because I know as soon as I have that conversation with them, I'm going to take them through my sequence. I'm going to show you how to do this on the next step in conversion. But I'm going to take them through my sequence, and I'm going to identify what their pain is, and I'm going to set the appointment. The challenge is getting them on the phone. So what you're seeing is a 60-day follow-up sequence that's a much more aggressive approach because I just have to talk to them. I just have to get them on the phone. Once they're on the phone, it's the best way to convert the expired into an appointment. And it is the best way the fastest way to take listings because in every one of your markets you have expireds, and there always will be. Even in a market where there's low inventory, you still have expireds. There's still agents that are failing to sell the properties, and there's still sellers that are failing to price their property realistically. And there's still agents that are failing to communicate with their clients and getting price reductions. That will never go away. So if you want to build a listing-based business, and I recommend it because it is the best way to have freedom. My mentor used to tell me, Haas, you're not making money, but you're making money in your sleep. And how does that ring true with having listings? If you're working buyers, are you making money in your sleep? No, you're only making money whenever you have a buyer in your car and you're driving around showing them on the weekends and the evenings when nobody else is working. If you have listings and you have, let's say, 15 listings and you're spending time with your family over Father's Day weekend at the lake, you have all these other agents out there that are working for you over the weekend. It's leverage, it's balance, it's freedom. So you want to have multiple streams of systems in place that bring in more listings. Not just one, right? Don't just focus on your METs or just focus on expireds. Have multiple lines in the water bringing in that listing inventory so you can create that freedom for you in your business. But I'm going to talk about conversion because conversion is so important right now because if you don't have the other three in place and you can't, and you do and you can't convert them, it's an absolute waste of your time. You've got to be able to convert not only over the phone, but face-to-face. And here's the 4 steps to the yes. How to get prospects to tell you yes. Number 1 is be more direct. The more direct you are with your prospects, the better your conversion rate will be. This is a fact. Confident people are direct. Direct people tell the prospect what they need to hear, not what they want to hear. People respect that. They're not looking to hire the nicest real estate agent. They're looking to hire the agent that is going to get the best results. And that's a fact. Number 2 is pattern interrupt. I'm going to give you an example of this in a minute. But understand that pattern interrupt is something that exists in every communication, whether it be over the phone or face-to-face, there is a pattern. Here's a perfect example. You walk into a store, you're shopping with your wife or you're with your husband. You walk in, and let's say you walk in, let's just think of a store, Banana Republic. And the person at the front of the store, you walk in and you know that you need a sport coat because you're going out on that, to a special event that evening and you need this sport coat. You're looking for a black sport coat that you can wear with jeans. And you know exactly what you're looking for and you don't know where they are in the store, but you'll find them. And you walk in and the lovely girl working at Banana Republic at the front of the store, she kindly walks up to you and she says, "Hi, welcome to Banana Republic. How may I help you?" And you say, "No, you can't. I'm just looking," and you walk right past her. Well, you just lied to her. What do you mean you're just looking? No, you're not. You know you're looking for a black blazer that looks fantastic with jeans. You just did it without even thinking about it. We all do it on a daily basis. So how could the approach be different? Well, she could have changed her approach. "Hey, welcome to Banana Republic. How may I help you?" That's not the right question to ask because we're programmed as soon as somebody asks us that to say what? "Just looking." Or when the phone rings at 8 o'clock at night and it's an 800 number and it's a telemarketer trying to sell something, what's the first thing you say? We're on the do not call list, hang up, right? You don't even know what they're selling. You don't even know what the person's selling. You don't even know who the person is that's selling the products. You may need the products. My point is this, is there's always a pattern. Whether you're calling an expired listing the day that it expires, and you're the 50th real estate agent to call that day, and you call and they say hello, and you say, hi, this is Pratt with XYZ Realty. How are you today? And they say, you're the 100th realtor to call me today. We took our home off the market. Click. The point is the pattern exists. And if you even stand a chance at getting them to open up, you have to break that pattern. You have to do things differently than what they expect. You have to communicate with them differently than what your competitors are communicating with them. So here's an example. I used to have this challenge whenever I first got in this business. If I'd be on the appointment, and I looked like I was really young. I mean, I was young. I didn't even go to college. I got straight into real estate. By the way, do people care how young you are or how old you are? No, they don't. I was listing more homes than every veteran in my marketplace, and I looked like I was 14 years old. It doesn't matter if you can separate yourself from your competitors and show people what you can do to save them time and money. And one of the things that I did is I knew I had to change my approach. So I combined a little bit of being direct with a little bit of pattern interrupt. And on every conversation, let's just take it expired. I'm sitting at the kitchen table, and I said the same thing every time. I'd say, look, Mr. Expired, at the end of this appointment, there's a good chance that we may or may not do business together because I do turn down more listings than I take. But I promise you this. After the end of this appointment, you will be more educated on the process and know exactly what you're looking for to get the property sold, because you understand, Mr. Expired, the importance of hiring the right real estate agent this time around. Would you agree? And they say yes. And so you understand the importance of hiring the right real estate agent this time around. Do you agree, Mr. Expired? And they're saying yes. I broke the pattern because I took control. I told them what they needed to hear, not what they want to hear. And I took it away from them. Don't be scared to take your services away from them. They will respect you more for it. And that is a fact. It's just psychology. Number 3 is dig deeper. If you have the, I guess, the fear of rejection, I guess we'll call it. A lot of you call it fear of rejection. You're scared to be told no, which I can't imagine you being a 5%er being scared. Having the fear of rejection, being told no. I mean, we as agents, and I mean, just in life, we're told no every day. I mean, our offers get rejected. We get rejected. Our services get rejected. I mean, you just got to get used to that. But if you want to get more people to tell you yes, start asking more questions. Stop talking and ask. If you ask questions, people will tell you everything that you need to know. Everything you need to know. I had a client, one of our private coaching clients, one of the things that they do, we have them do in our coaching, is they send us their live recorded calls where they're calling live prospects. And I'm listening to them, similar to what you're going to hear on the free gift that I gave you. And I listen to them and I coach them on it. I say, look, it's amazing. I talked to a guy the other day, and this guy's, he's a total life of the party. He's a fun personality. I love talking to him every time I talk to him. And he sent me his live calls, and I'm like, and I listened to him, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, you sound like Debbie Downer here on the phone, like, and you automatically, as soon as they say hello, you're like, hello, this is so-and-so with XYZ Realty. Like, your entire tonality changes. I said, why do you do that? He goes, I don't know. He didn't even know he did it. And I said, like, you need to talk to that person like you talk to me, like you're fun, like you have energy, like you're fun to listen to. What's this Debbie Downer stuff that every time that you talk to a prospect on the phone, you automatically resort right to talking like that? And a lot of you do that, and you unconsciously do it, and you don't even realize it. And that leads to number 4 is voice control. The tonality of your voice, what you sound like, because understand that enthusiasm sells, and people can't see you. All they can do is hear you, especially if you're converting leads, like if you're calling leads back from your, from whether it be, we work the phones here in this business, right? Whether it be calling leads back, outgoing, incoming, I mean, that's what we do. You have to create that energy. You have to understand that the tonality of your voice will determine the entire pace of that conversation. I worked with him literally for 10 minutes. He made the change. He listed over $1 million of properties just this week alone, in over 3 different listings from just that one shift, because it was the one thing that was holding him back and he didn't even realize it. So what is it that you sound like? Now, here's the thing that I love. I believe that, knowing this information is one thing. I'm obviously very passionate in teaching it. I've done over 1,000 events. I've done over 800 of these webinars. I love teaching this information. But one thing is a fact, that knowing it is one thing and implementing it is a whole other thing. I want to give you some action steps, some things that you can do right now to implement and to take action. I mean, to get the different result that you're looking for. Question, are you happy with where you are in your business today? The answer is no, that we must change. So what I want you to do is do this, is decide right now to become a better you. So you know what, I've been playing it safe too long. I've been sitting in the sidelines, not managing my fear, not getting in the game. I've just been playing it safe. So I'm going to decide right now that I'm going to become a better me. I'm going to become a better marketer. I'm going to study marketing. I'm going to do these things that Haas talked about today. I'm going to actually implement systems for once in my business. I'm going to employ a marketing arsenal, because you know what? I don't know why people should use me over my competitor. That was a good question, and I didn't know the answer, and it hurt me to not know the answer. I'm going to employ a marketing arsenal, tangible programs and systems that separate me from my competitor. I'm going to maximize a CRM and a lead provider. I haven't been managing my business. I've been running my business off of yellow notepads all over my desk. It's chaos. I can't manage it. I need a CRM to organize my business. And next thing is share your service with 50 people every day. Understand this. You have a service that you offer. And the service that you offer is you help people buy and sell real estate. It's a service. There's people in the marketplace that right now who have a need for that service. We have to go to that marketplace every single day and communicate our services to find those types of people. That's how our business will continue to grow. The next thing is hire a coach or a mentor, and I will add this. To be a 5%er, the 5%ers are coached, they're mentored. They're not out there reinventing the wheel. They're not out there learning, innovating all this stuff and figuring out on their own. They're learning from other people that have already done it, and they're implementing and they're taking action, and they're actually doing it. Hire a coach or a mentor. I would not be talking to you right now if I did not have the world's greatest mentors lead me up until this point. I'm coachable. I don't know it all, but I am coachable. And I take action and I implement, and I'm always wanting to become better, and that's something that we can all do better in this business, and especially being a 5%ers demand more of ourselves. And then lastly is listen to what I'm about to share with you, because I believe this. You are one piece of information away from achieving any level of success that you want to achieve. You're one decision away, one idea away, one market away, one product away, one coach away, one idea of implementing one idea away. You're one brokerage away, one client away. You're one thing away from achieving any level of success that you want to achieve. You can all look back in your life and say, man, if I didn't make that decision, wow, how my life would have went totally in a different direction. I know I can. I mean, there's about 5 of those pivotal moments in my life that have just had a profound impact that literally changed everything, and we all can. But I want you to listen to what I'm about to share with you, because I want to invite you into the Listing Boss. And the Listing Boss is a step-by-step blueprint for creating financial independence in your real estate career. It's literally everything we covered. I'm going to give you everything on a silver platter to where you do not have to reinvent the wheel. You just implement. You just take action. You just do exactly what I share with you and tell you to do, and the results will happen. This product, the Listing Boss, is what won me the 2012 Real Estate Marketer of the Year. And wait till I share with you some success stories and you'll see what I mean. Let me break this down for you, because the Listing Boss is 12 weeks to freedom. Why do I call it 12 weeks to freedom? Because after 12 weeks, you're going to have everything that you need to have the business that you desire that's going to create the freedom for you and what you're looking for in this business. Week number 1 is the foundation. We're talking about the goals, the purpose, the vision, the why. Week number 2, we're going to talk about tools and systems. We're going to get all the tools set up that you need to set up to build this business. We're going to implement all of the automated systems to make this business automated, because automation is key, because if it's not automated, you're not going to do it. You're going to do it for 2 weeks and fall off. We're going to automate this where it's going to be the wind at your back and propel you forward, and that takes place in week 2, part 1 and 2. Week 3 is the FSBO system. FSBOs are everywhere right now, and I'm going to give you all the letters, all the marketing pieces, the emails, the postcards, the scripts, the dialogues, the letters, the system, everything you need. All you have to do is just put your name and your contact information on this material and send it. That's all you have to do. It's the exact system that I use in my business, modified to work even better in today's market. And a lot of the 5%ers use this type of system to go after the FSBO market, and it's a fantastic way to put more science in the ground immediately. Week 4 is conversion strategies. Week 5, the expired system. I'm going to give you all the marketing material. Do not reinvent the wheel. All this stuff has been tested, proven, and repeated around the country. Week 6 is time management. It's the biggest challenge you face as a real estate agent. How do you manage your time? What do you do with your 24 hours? I'm going to show you how to do it, where to do it, when to do it, what to spend your time on, how to break down your time, how to hold you accountable to that. And I'm going to train you on how to manage the time, because Peter Drucker once said that allocation of time, money, and resources is what will determine how successful you become. How you allocate your time, how you allocate your money, and how you allocate your resources. And that's what we do in week number 6 is time management. Week 7 is mindset mastery. Week 8, listing presentation mastery. One thing's for sure, you're going to be on listing appointments. I'm going to give you a 4-step listing appointment presentation that is going to show you exactly what you need to do on the presentation. It's a presentation because that's the most important thing. You work so hard at setting this appointment, so hard at marketing to be at this kitchen table. You can't afford to not know how to convert them. You have to know. You can't let this be a test and battleground. You got to let this thing be something that you can count on, that you're going to get because you have a structure, you have a system that you follow on the listing appointment. Week 9 is turning listings into leads, how to generate 2.7 buyer leads per listing. Week 10 is short sales, probate, direct mail marketing. I didn't even cover that today, but I'm going to give you all the marketing material to go after short sales, probate, which is the single most neglected target market of them all, and direct mail. I'm going to give you my best direct mail marketing pieces. Week 11 is team building. Week 12 is maximizing everything you've got. So you're going to get 12 essential operational systems, 5 seller lead gen systems, 5 buyer lead gen systems. I'm going to give you all the marketing material you need, all the scripts, all the directions step by step. And in fact, we talked a lot about the marketing arsenal. I'm going to give you the entire marketing arsenal step by step. You don't even have to go out and reinvent it. Just take what I've already done, follow my steps. You're going to have a performance guarantee. You'll have a communication guarantee. You'll have a smart seller program. I'm going to give you my 89-point marketing plan. You just take exactly what I show you, and then you'll be able to separate yourself from your competition. And then lastly is the herd. So I didn't create the listing boss, by the way, over the weekend on my back porch. I mean, you know, it's been over 2 years it took me to create this product, because we literally tested everything, you know, through finding what works, what doesn't. You know, we tested everything. And one of the things that I had to have, and I wanted to have to fulfill my vision for this product, was I wanted to be able to plug a Listing Boss user into my network. So meaning you can go in and you can communicate with, there's over 2,000 Listing Boss members around the country, and you can go in and you can ask other Listing Boss members questions. You can share ideas, mastermind, network. You can go in and refer business to other Listing Boss members. You can go in and ask me questions. We're in there every day. We're coaching you along the way. You're not on an island.